Phil Heath seems to have fooled practically all of us. Now, most of you, if not, let's be honest, all of you know who Phil Heath is by now. 7-time Mr. Olympia, one of the best bodybuilders of all time. One of the best physiques of all time. Not the most influential, but one of the most goated for sure. Loved by loads, followed by millions, and known worldwide. I have in fact met him and got an interview with him. So yeah, it was nice to speak to him for about 10 seconds.
You in your prime versus prime Flex Wheeler, who would win?
Me all day. All day.
Perfect.
All day.
That's it, mate. Yeah, I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
But you get my point. He's a very influential and very popular man, especially in the bodybuilding and fitness space. However, with great power comes great responsibility, and sometimes people don't use their power responsibly. And we do see this here with the Phil Heath situation. Not too long ago, he started posting a string of videos, well, it started with one, of him doing questionable movements. And he stood on it, basically saying that it was good, or at least effective. Effective in what way? People were saying it was good for rehabilitation, for aging people. Some people said it was good for training styles and growing muscle. Others outright said he's a freaking idiot, and others just didn't really say much.
Bro, if you're a beginner in the gym and you need some advice on training, all you have to do is follow Phil Heath on TikTok. This man gives out some of the best lifting advice and puts out some of the coolest exercises I have ever seen before, like this one right here. And the great thing about this is that you can clearly see that these exercises are working for him because, dude, look at his physique. So the next time you're in a gym and you need to try out a new exercise, type in Phil Heath on TikTok and see what his latest exercise is and give it a go. And if anyone comes up to you and asks you, what are you doing? Just tell them you're toning the muscle, because chances are they're not going to know who Phil Heath is. So if you say you're toning the muscle, they'll understand that you know far more than they do, which is why they'll probably leave you alone after that. Make sure to send this to a gym bro that is just getting into the gym to help him out. And let me know down below if you guys have tried any of these exercises.
But anyway, it was one video and people dismissed it. Then he made another one, and then I'm pretty sure he made another one. And most people by then were kind of certain that this guy was either trolling or he'd gone down a dark path and he was trying to mislead people to make more money. Now, there's an issue that comes with this because it divides people. People in the comments are going to say, Phil Heath, you're a freaking idiot. What are you even on about? Reputable people, but also lesser known people on social media as well. And then, of course, you get people commenting on that, replying to that and saying, mate, you're an idiot. Who are you compared to Phil Heath? Are you questioning Phil Heath? How many Olympias have you won? All these things like that. And then, of course, it causes friction. It's quite fun to watch if you detach yourself from it, but some people definitely got caught up in it, I'm sure.
Since I got you guys' attention, especially you bro science guys, here's a new one. Come here. Go here, 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 here. Bro science. Bro science.
We had people in the comments saying, what are you even training? To which Phil Heath replied, inner pecs. People saying you're straight up trolling. I'm not doing this, Phil Heath. Someone even bloody commented, we need more of these secrets, champ. Keep them coming. Come on, bro. Come on, mate. Really? Really? Are you really going to actually agree with that? Anyone who has any resemblance of training experience or just knowledge knows that this stuff is questionable. But again, he doesn't really say what it's good for. I even made a video on it basically calling him, like, not an idiot, but like, I'm like, what's he on about? Why is he posting this video? And of course, people questioned me saying, how many Olympias have you won and all this stuff like that, which, to be honest, I did expect, but it was just confusing. Like, why is he doing this stuff? But after all of that, though, the division, after a few weeks of these back and forths of if it's really true or not, guess what happened? Just guess. He admitted to it being a joke. He admitted to him rage baiting, trolling, whatever you want to call it. He basically just said, oh, I want to see how easy it is to troll people, basically. And most people just saw that as a funny thing. Haha, like we knew he was trolling all along. He may have been even alluding to the fact that I said earlier how, although he has great power, that can be misused. And maybe he was trying to prove a point in some way by doing that, I'm not sure. But just for a moment, imagine you're one of these people who stuck up for Phil Heath. Imagine you're one of the people who were in the comments. Imagine you were in my comments and you were there commenting saying, oh, you're not Phil Heath. How many Olympias have you won? Well, who's laughing now? No, but in all seriousness, though, how do you come back from that? The way you come back from that is you just don't really care and you move on. Like, social media is just here today, gone tomorrow type thing. But it's just funny because, mate, the people who were like do or die friggin' Phil Heath fans are going to be like thinking, what? But if I had to take a guess, I think it was kind of a social experiment or rage baiting trolling in some way. He was using his influence to basically influence people into doing that. I'm guaranteed some people went into the gym and started friggin' doing all this stuff. You're like, what? But the reason it's funny because we see this stuff so often. How many times have you seen a fitness influencer or a bodybuilder promote terrible products? This actually happened a lot back in the day because bodybuilders were paid by the Weeder company, who they were contracted by, to sell products that ultimately didn't really work. They didn't really use any of them. They just promoted them in magazines and on TV shows because they were paid to do so. And that happens so often now as well. People will be sponsored by products, companies, or anything like that, and they'll basically just promote it. And it's garbage, mate.
Sorry, I just took my Volcon. Gets the best of me sometimes. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, taking the thermal shred stack is the best way to get lean and stay shredded year round. Simply take 2 inner shred and 1 shot of Volcon first thing in the morning, and it's like blowtorching your fat. Oh no, without a blowtorch. By taking these products first thing in the morning, you are igniting your metabolism.
They'll say that, oh, this is how you grow muscle through this protein shake, or best mass gainer, or create like some special creatine gummies, that scandal. But yet they still do it to make money. A prime example of this recently is someone like Cal AI. Like, mate, we all know that friggin' thing doesn't work. And the funny thing is, I made a friggin' fat documentary video about that, which took so much time. I will put it in the cards up there. I think that's a really interesting video. Or what about other people who say that this is effective training or my workout program or whatnot? It doesn't ultimately work, but it gets people paid nonetheless. There are many times where people just like copy and paste training styles from online. I'm sure with ChatGPT recently, people just start, oh yeah, write me the best workout plan, and then they just copy and paste it to other people. That's how they're making money. They're making their livelihood off of lying and ultimately scamming people in some ways, and it's quite sad. And I think, in a way, Phil Heath was trying to expose that. Thankfully, he was only joking because he is kind of just showing how easy it is to trigger people, but how easy it is to influence people at the same time. Think about Turk Builder Max, Turk Builder Platinum, Turk Builder Gold. Bro, it never ends.
I took 3 capsules the first day. I said, what is going on? Felt like I was on test suspension. Have you ever taken test suspension? Probably not. Well, what it does, it makes you feel more aggressive. You have more energy. You feel stronger. You feel bigger, more full. It's incredible the first time I noticed it. I'm not saying it's more effective than test suspension or as effective. I'm telling you how it made me feel.
But at the end of the day, it should come to no surprise that people do this stuff. People want to make money and they end up just lying about it so much. People may lie about their natural status, which gives them a good physique. Then they say that it's the products they use that they're sponsored by or the training style that they use, and they sell a course about it. And then ultimately it makes them more money in the long run because people believe them because they have a good physique. Just because you have a good physique doesn't mean that you have the knowledge, ethics, morals, or ability to teach others on what or how to really do it.